think it's a lovely place. Difficult to get into initially, but then it is a very lovely place and quite warm.
I like it very much. I feel as though I might have come home when I get to the coast. I like the space, big air and clouds and space, and the smell of the sea.
I mean, it's one of the few places that I've found that actually people sort of still lend things to each other. They leave their doors open, the neighbours know each other.
Well, I think it would be lovely if Jaywick was improved and made into a really nice resort.
Yeah, it's an interesting place to grow up in, and lots to do. As I say, there's lots of fields and that to play in and all sorts, but
I think an artists' community might go in there quite well.
It was a long time ago now. It was in 1953. The water could come over the wall, and they are pretty worried about it happening again.
It's a very pleasant place, and people are very fond of their community.
I manage Jaywick Martella Tower. The elements of my job include lots of different types of things. I have to plan events at the tower.
It has improved, but it does need a lot more improvement.
And we do heritage events like reenactments, and we have soldiers come here and talk what it was like.
They're getting the resource centre done, and they've built play areas and things like that.
I also manage art projects. We have artists come.
They could do with more for the youth down here.
It needs a lot of renovation.
We have got problems down here. Well, people have got problems down here, but that's gradually getting sorted out.
I mean, and a lot of those properties, obviously, over the years have decayed. And
whether they're going to get round to doing the roads, we don't know yet.
And I have seen it's getting slightly improved.
I think the council ought to get their finger out a little bit.
Because it's a shame to see all those old buildings, because you'll never get them back again.
And that's, if you ask most people around here, that's basically what they want doing. Get the roads sorted out and the street lighting.
Clacton's a really nice place to live. It's like most towns, you know, you've got your good and your bad everywhere you go.
Lovely beaches, got a good pier, some nice gardens.
I love the town centre and the seafront.
So you've got a couple of good nightclubs, of course, the pier.
Well, you've got the coast one side of you, you've got the countryside the other side of you.
So we don't get a lot of rain down here because of the peninsula we're in.
Is there much crime in Clacton? Yeah, there's crime everywhere.
A lot of visitors, yes. On a good day, there's probably a couple of thousand people walking on and off the pier.
I think for teenagers there should be more to do. Yeah, I think you've only got the leisure centre and there's not really anywhere else to hang out.
And there's plenty to do in Clacton, really. If you're into your water sports and stuff, there's loads of water sports available down here.
Well, I live in Croydon in Surrey. There's not a lot of fresh air, so it's important for the girls to have a bit of sunshine and a bit of sea.
Well, we're on a coach trip, just a day out from Malden.
And I thought the pier was better than Brighton, actually.
There's such beautiful gardens along here. That's the point. I mean, at Malden we've got a prom and we've got a few bathing plants, but nothing like this.
No,
so
fantastic.
that to come here and to see all this is so lovely.
What have you enjoyed about the seaside?
Making a sandcastle. The tower was originally built as a navigational tower, and it was to aid the shipping.
I think the tower's lovely, and I think a lot of people see the tower as part of the Naze and is the Naze.
And from the top there you can see beautiful views of like the Walton backwaters.
We find everything here from fossil sharks' teeth, which are 53.7 million years old, right the way through to shells that are a mere 2.6 million years old.
It's really important for migrating birds, so we get really rare birds stop here. The Walton backwaters has got like a population of about 80 seals.
And we've got some later stuff. There are two fossil river channels here, Lake Pleistocene river channels, that are about 15,000 years old, and we get elephant remains, mammoth remains, wild ox and stuff like that out of those.
Then you've also got up in that direction, you're looking up into Suffolk, and you've got like the Port of Felixstowe and then up to Orford Ness as well. That's the furthest you can see.
We're a Coast Guard station called Thames Coast Guard, and we're based here at Walton on the Naze here.
Then in the other direction, towards Walton Pier, and you can see the town of Walton, and then you can actually see the wind farm, which is over at Clacton, and then the very furthest you can see is actually the coast of Kent, which is actually over 30 miles away. It's got to be a very clear day though to see that.
Which is up in Suffolk, right down across the Suffolk coast, the whole of Essex, across to the North Kent coast, along the Kent coast nearly as far as Margate.
And we have like 3 exhibitions a year and about 40 artists from East Anglia exhibit here.
There's 18 of these stations around the whole of the UK. We're probably about the 3rd or 4th busiest in the whole country. We deal with about 1,000 search and rescue incidents each year.
There's also the museum where we show all the shark's teeth, which are found here at the Naze in the cliffs. So there's lots of interesting things, and kids just love climbing up all those stairs.